Good evening, friends. I'm Cassandra Joan Butler, and this is Cosmic Connections for your Wednesday. What a Wednesday it is. This is a really important step in 2021, the year of rediscovery and the year of rebuilding our lives from the year of transformation of 2020. So I'm going to be talking about the Saturn-Uranus square tonight. And then, of course, we're going to talk about everything that's going on in the sky at this moment and the big event on Friday when we go into first quarter. And as you're coming into the room, warm hugs to Amy and Robin. Great to be here. Good evening. And how are you? How has your day been? If you had a day like my own, I felt a little tension midday, and I love referring to the astrology. So, I think it was around 2 o'clock maybe. I was feeling this jumpiness, like I was about to jump out of my skin. And I took a look at the ephemeris, and oh yeah. The moon was conjunct Uranus. And it's a good lesson in what Uranus is. Uranus is this energy of electricity and surprise and unusualness. And it was blending with our moon. So emotional jumpiness may have been the order of the day for you, maybe not. Remember, this was a particular energy that was really interacting with my chart and your chart too, wherever we find the fixed signs. Where the fixed signs, we're going to talk about them tonight. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. All right. So the fixed signs, the signs of fixity. Hello, Beth and Jody and Donna, Michael, thanks for being here. And Deb and Donna and Don and Carrie Ann, can you just please just share your name and lights to I'm serious, please share it to my Facebook. Our beautiful Carrie Ann is among many of her talents. She is a designer, and she's having a fantastic opening. So we'd love to all give you hugs. And if anyone's going to any special events ever in your life, give our friend Carrie Ann a call. Pretty intense for you, Amy. Hello. Roller coaster day for Deb. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Lois. Thank you for sharing. We're going to be doing our usual. Our sharing is caring, and I'm going to be sharing with you some Sabian symbol documents. We'll be picking some people out of our little basket here. Marianne, thanks for being here. Good evening, Stephen. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Lois and John and Karen and Princess. Hello, Princess. Honey, did you get my text? I responded to you, Princess. I think it's the Princess. It's an unusual name. It's a beautiful name, but I did respond to your text. Hi, Paula. Hello. Nice to see you guys and your beautiful names and your beautiful beingness here with me this evening. Okay, Jill, that's interesting. Pretty even keel. Yeah, and I'll say this, it wasn't necessarily a bad day, but in that moment, I sensitively felt that shift. I was a productive day. I got some things accomplished. I was looking forward to seeing you all tonight. You're here by a thread, Marianne. You have a very good sense of humor. We love Marianne's sense of humor. Thank you for sharing, Joseph. Hello. Hi, thank you, Joy. Diane, Joyful Diane. Always wonderful to see you too, Nancy. Thank you for being here, guys. So the essence, I really want to emphasize this for us all. It's a great reminder for me. The year of rebuild and rediscovery is here, or we're in full speed ahead. And what do I mean by rebuild? When planets create squares in the sky, they're basically communicating to us that we're taking two very different forces and literally juxtapositioning these two forces to create a third, more safe, secure, and foundation. I always refer to the square in the room. Our screens are square. Our houses are made of squares, 90-degree angles. So when the planets create a square, it's almost as if they're communicating to us to move forward to rebuild some aspect of your life. This is very personal for me, okay? I'll admit this. It's a great astrological lesson. I'm a 5-degree Scorpio. So this square energy is literally screaming in my face saying, it's time to rebuild parts of my infrastructure. Yeah, my house, right? As we speak, I have a very dear friend who's helping me rebuild my house. I'm not kidding you, because the walls need to be rebuilt. So there you have it. You can't even make this stuff up. The day is today, the 17th. The 17th is an important day in many ways because it's Ash Wednesday, right? The beginning of Lent. And so some of you, many of you, perhaps are tuned into that whole season. I know in many churches, there are no, again, COVID makes everything different. No ashes being displayed on the forehead, but ashes on top of the head. And actually, I got some ashes. I don't know if you can see them, but they're on top of my head somewhere. I love the idea that that lesson, that reality, that no matter what we do, no matter who we are, we end up all at the same place. Well, maybe not in a spiritual sense, but everything is always changing. And the lesson of mortality is reminded to everyone, even if you are not Christian, during this time of the year. Think of this. We are only about a month out before we get to spring. So I think there's a lot of hallelujahs about that one, right? I don't know. I hope you're all safe wherever you may be. And I know there's been some very brutal weather. But in any case, the Saturn-Uranus square is urging us to rebuild some aspect of our lives wherever you find Taurus and wherever you find Aquarius in your chart. I want to share with you the message of this square. This is going to be happening 3 times this year. It's got like this sense of urgency to get on with things, to rebuild things, to make your life better, to get beyond the pandemic, to perhaps open your business back, perhaps open a new business, to reconfigure your life with this particular energy in the next week. So again, Uranus is the new, the promise of the new, the promise of tomorrow, the promise of technology, the promise of innovation and inspiration. And Saturn is the old. Saturn is the old, stable energy of the past. You know, it's kind of like the energy of the devil you know, the devil you don't know, is kind of combining in the sky and asking you to blend your old foundations with the new and to create a new third. That's the message today. Also, we'll be coming back around again in the middle of June. And once again, actually, it just happens to be falling on December 24th of this year. All right. So thank you for the compliment, Diane. You were receiving financial blessings. Beautiful, Dennis. Spring, hurry. You're feeling the square physically today. Now, you would, Janet, because, darling, you're a 5-6 degree Taurus moon. All right. And I'm glad you mentioned that, sweetie, because this too will pass. We are able to kind of regain some of our autonomy and agency after the next square, which is the first quarter square, which is on Friday. But going into rest mode and not fighting it, Janet, was a beautiful, terrific thing for you to do. So again, if you're early fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, and I would invite you, friends, please share this little webcast on your Facebook page. Invite your friends to join, because if you're new to this, we always do the astrology, then we do a little mediumship towards the end of my talking about the stars, talking about the astrology. Happy birthday to your sister, Elizabeth. Blessings to you, dear Nancy. Great to see you. Let go, let God. Perfect. Hi there, Maria. Hi, thank you. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you, Deb. All right. Rebuilding for better. Absolutely, Stephen. Yes, looking forward to this shift. Good evening. Welcome, Ellen. Welcome from Central Illinois, Tracy. Hello there. How is the weather out in Illinois? do you know I used to live in St. Louis? So I have a little Midwesterner flavor in my cellular memory. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Dolly. Hi, Carolyn, my friend. Carolyn, I'm always inviting you to do this, right? Tell people about your beautiful podcast. Hi, Logan. Great to see you this past week. What? You broke your baby toe? Oh my gosh, Sherry. I'll tell you a little quick story. My son had that happen to his great toe, and it was quite the ordeal. Ugh, he dropped his computer on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that hurts. And again, I'm not trying to make everything into astrology, but there's the square, right? The juxtaposition between two forces, creating a third, which is of course pain. I'm sorry to hear that, Sherry, honey. It does heal. You can even private message me. I feel like I'm an expert on broken toenails. Bumpy day for you, Rebecca. I'm sorry to hear that, honey. But of course, you've got some fixed energy there too. Marty, hello. Oh, okay, Princess. But if you want to send me a text, feel free. Okay, there's more than one princess in the world. I love it. All right, guys. Thank you. There it is. PeaceWarriorPodbean.com. From ashes will rise a new life and creation. I think it's very telling, Dennis, that Ash Wednesday is falling on this first quarter Uranus and Saturn. The old with the new is juxtapositioning. And I want to share with you the Sabian symbols and make it with what you'd like. The symbols are always like a piece of art. You can interpret them as you will. So Saturn at 7 degrees of Aquarius is beautifully gowned wax figures on display, representing the impersonal, idealized version of a being, right? So to me, Saturn is the doer, the shaper, the manifester. And so the Sabian symbol of gowned wax figures on display, it's almost as if we have an image in our mind which is static and maybe old. This is the way my life should be. This is the way my goals should be. This is my dream house, my dream career, my dream person. And that's static. That's Saturn. And it's juxtapositioning against Uranus today. Uranus, this Sabian symbol is interesting too. A sleigh on land uncovered by snow. So in other words, it's a sleigh stuck on the land because there's no snow. And the interpretation of that is preparing for more perfected conditions. Because you're not going to go anywhere on a sleigh without snow. So this is kind of a pause couple of days with this square. It's asking us to reconsider our inner wax figured idealized versions of whatever's going on in your life that you've taken in for many years, maybe even 30, because the last time Saturn was in Aquarius was 30 years ago. And Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So Uranus is shaking up the pot, and it's saying, well, yeah, you could have that part of the idealized version, the waxed gowned figure, but maybe you can add something a little spicier, a little different, something you did not even expect. So this is the message of this square, friends, and it's going to be continuing throughout 2021. It is the rebuild square. Now, we're also going to talk about a smaller cycle, the lunation cycle, which takes place on Friday, and that will be Friday the 19th, and that square takes place at 1:47 p.m. So watch how the energy may shift for you around 1:47 p.m. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate sharing is caring, so more people are sharing. I appreciate that. And every time you share, you get your name in the basket, and you get a chance to win a prize. Specifically the Sabian symbols. I think we're going to focus on the Sabian symbols now, which means you get your chart, and then I give you a laundry list of all the symbols. And that's a fun reference for you. Okay, it all changes a second. I know. Deb, how are you handling? How are you and your family? Are you guys okay? We've been hearing countless stories about Texas. And thank you for sharing, Donna, what's going on in Texas with the electricity out and so forth, my dear. I hope you're all safe. I hope everyone is safe. I'm always wanting to send that message out. Oh, good. All right. Rags to wishes. I love it. Thank you for sharing that, Deb. Fabulous. Hi, Jan and Rhonda. Hi, Pam. Nice to see you. Okay, so Deanna, great question. How much longer are we dealing with the Saturn-Pluto square? So I'm talking about Saturn-Uranus. Saturn-Pluto were the major conjunction. Deanna, I want to phrase it this way. You're not wrong, because Saturn and Pluto, when they're dancing, it's always a big deal. But that was the message of 2020. And I'm going to share something with you right now because it's astrological. My prayers and my wishes for the Rush Limbaugh family, for his passing, a very influential bastion of the radio industry, controversial though he may be. But what you just said reminded me that Mr. Limbaugh was born on January 12th. I forgot his year. I don't know his chart that well, but I know his birthday was on the 12th of January. That was the day of the big Capricorn lineup in 2020, which involved Pluto, Deanna. So Pluto, Saturn, 2020, year of transformation, because Pluto, which means death and transformation, was talking to, first time in, say, 500 years, Saturn, which represents limitations and changes in the sign of credentialed Capricorn. Capricorn is nothing if it's not the achievement sign. And certainly Mr. Limbaugh had, I understand his reach was millions and millions and millions of people. There was only one other radio person in history who had more, and that was Howard Stern. So you go figure. He's got a very interesting story. Again, anyone has Capricorn dominant in their chart often find themselves climbing the mountain. So all of us climbed the mountain last year where you find Capricorn. And that energy is beginning to alleviate. And now we're getting into something new, which is the Uranus-Saturn square of 2021. The rebuild after everyone's mountains kind of got destructed in some ways. Everyone had terrible challenges. It was a very difficult year. I think we would all agree on that. And so 2021, year of the ox, again. The ox is this dependable, determined, strong animal in Chinese astrology that continues to do no matter what. And again, that's not my play box necessarily. There are some beautiful people in our community who are very, very talented with the Chinese astrology. But that makes me think of the determination for us all, like the ox, to rebuild our lives. It might be rebuilding our emotions. It might be rebuilding our relationships, our businesses, our homes. It might be rebuilding the post-traumatic stress of 2020. A lot of things happen to a lot of people. Alrighty, so the answer to your question, Deanna, to be very specific, Saturn-Uranus square is going to be continuing this year. Pluto-Saturn is done. All right, goodbye. We had the year of transformation. Now we're rebuilding after the colossal year of transformation. I like to think of Saturn as grumpy old man and Pluto as the volcano. So a lot of things. So definitely rebuilding with Carolyn, rebuilding your life as well, Jill. Yes, and she's putting up new walls. Fabulous, Jill. Yep. Always welcome. You can be late. You can jump in. Great to see you, Leslie. Perseverance is the word. Yes. You're not a void, Deanna. Hi, Jeanette Brush. Hello, welcome. And you're definitely rebuilding and flourishing, Carrie Ann. Prayers to Texas. Everyone send right now in this moment a big, wherever you are, Illinois, New York, Netherlands, hug and love to our friends who are struggling so with the snow and the electricity problems. All right, so on Friday, we get another square. It's a first quarter square. The moon will look like it's half. And it's not going to be as powerful as the Saturn Uranus, but that happens every month, right? Twice. Every month we get 2 quarter cycles. When we dive in, we want to get our things accomplished. Relative to the new moon manifestation thought that you had 1 week ago. So on Friday, that's Friday the 19th, until the full moon, until Saturday the 27th. So they're usually about a week, right? Rebuild where you find Gemini. Rebuild your communications. Rebuild your thoughts. Rebuild your papers. Maybe some of you are working on taxes. It's never too early to work on taxes. Gemini represents communications, connections. Rebuild your connections with others. Do what you can to rebuild the Gemini part of your chart. The Sabian symbol, of course, is a very interesting one. They all are. Santa Claus is sneakily filling stockings that are hanging in front of the fireplace. The key phrase for that is innocence. So we had the static Saturn-Uranus square blending the old with the new. And this one is like innocence, the joy of giving. And this makes me think this particular Sabian symbol on the 19th, play it forward, do something nice for someone without expecting anything in return. Santa Claus is sneaking and he's giving these stockings to these children and filling them with toys and what have you. So that is the tone from the 19th, friends, until the full moon, which we'll be talking about next week. The full moon on the 27th. So next week, beginning on Friday, you'll be finding yourself motivated to doing Santa Claus types of activities, sharing, giving, being generous, being optimistic, and working on that. So where that is going to be falling in your charts, let me share that with you. Before I do that, one more thing. Talked about Ash Wednesday. I want to talk about the chart for Friday and the other aspects of it. The sun is going to go into Pisces. Happy birthday, Pisces people. When you wake up tomorrow, we're in Pisces land. Goodbye, Aquarius. Hello, feelings, intuition, compassion, forgiveness. Hello, water. That's happening tomorrow, technically at 5:45 in the morning. Some of you are early risers. I will probably be sleeping at 5:44. I can fairly guarantee it. But the sun goes into Pisces tomorrow. And then by Friday, it's making that square, that first quarter square at 1 degree of Gemini, which is the Santa Claus sneaking in those little toys and presents in the stockings by the fireplace. The other thing about this particular chart, we have Juno on the South Node. Now, what's the South Node? The South Node is the point that transits, that's stirring up wherever we find Sagittarius in our lives, in our charts, that we're emptying out, we're letting go, we're releasing, we're letting go and letting God. We're just doing the Sagittarius cleanliness going on the past year, basically. Well, since last May of 2020. But in any case, Juno, which represents relationship, is next to the South Node. So we might be really doing a final cleansing of relationships that no longer serve us, is conjunct the South Node. So it's saying goodbye to even the thought forms relative to old relationships. So you might be noticing that this week. You may also be noticing that Venus is going to be talking to Pallas Athena. So what that says is that we're trying to rebuild some action in our lives relative to our work. So that's another major theme. And what I also want to say about tonight and yesterday, the moon was in the sky in Aries yesterday, and it was talking to us this way. It was the Sabian symbol of the music of the spheres. So listening to your inner voice is a very important thing to do during this time frame. Listening to your inner voice. Okay, Krista's doing that. Yes. All right. Prayers for Carolina tornado. All struggling with it. I'm sorry, Deb, darling. I've been out of the media loop. We have a tornado in the Carolinas right now, but let's just send our prayers and good wishes to anyone who's struggling with weather-related catastrophes. And that also, to me, indicates this important day of Saturn Uranus. Uranus is often depicted as a tornado or a tsunami. It's a very unexpected type of energy. And like I said, today it started. And again, I repeat myself for folks who are coming into the room right now. If you're the early degrees of fixed, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius, you may have actually felt a shift somewhere between 2 and 4, where you felt a little bit of anxiety, but not, I called it, I depicted this on my Facebook page. I found the perfect picture for it. It's called delicate tension, not full blown tension, but it's a Kandinsky picture embodying the idea of delicate tension. So there's tension, but it's not a full blown, oomph. Anyway, but that passes, that goes forward. That's what's beautiful about astrology. If you're having a bad day, wait for a minute and it will go away, right? Wait, have a bad day, wait for a minute, it will just leave. Having a fantastic day, don't worry, you'll get bad again. Nobody wants to hear that, but it's true, right? That's my message. Oh boy, grumpy old me. Hi, Donna. Hi, Hilcom. Hello. Are you coming in from Netherlands, darling? Yeah, breath. Full blow tension with you, Lynn. Okay. Yes, no more bad relationships. Goodbye, bye. I like how you say goodbye, bye, Donna. Uh-huh. Yeah. And I often think, I think we'd all agree with you, Hilcom, that when we do those goodbyes, we want to make a clean goodbye and do so with gratitude so that they're not still inside our head. Thank you, right? Yep. Okay. All right. Your birthday's on Saturday, Margaret. Oh, that's fabulous, sweetie. Happy birthday. Please know that your birthday will be falling under a quarter square this year. Your solar return chart means that this is a year of great productivity and a rebuild on many, many different levels, and also networking for you. I'm just getting that because I know your birthday is falling under the square. All right. We have another birthday here. Hi, Cindy. Pisces birthday. Hi, Terry. Oh my gosh. Congratulations, Janet. Not one, but 2 kitties? That's fantastic. Well, it's a Gemini square. Not 1, but 2. Are they siblings, Janet, the beautiful kitties? Today is National Kindness Day. Wow. That is really interesting. I didn't know there was such a thing. But I have a very kind friend who's helping me rebuild my broken walls. I have to do something kind out there. Well, my dear friends, thank you, Crystal. I appreciate your comment. Texas and small town in North Carolina. Got it. Thank you, Leslie, for making that clearer to me. Yeah. Hi, Rachel. A mom and her daughter. God bless you, Janet. May them bring you much happiness. I'm sure they will. Hi. All right. Always better to move forward when letting go. And that's the message of, again, Michael, well said, this Uranus-Saturn square. Letting go, moving forward, blending the old with the new. All righty. Let's take a look at your specific signs. Again, if you know your rising sign, use that. If you don't know your rising sign, I would direct you to my website, CassandraJoanButler.com. And the first page, there says a little thing, explore your personal astrology. And you click it on, you put in your birth information, and it goes to another site, and it gives you a little description of your planets. That's a really fun freebie on the chart. And what else I want to say about that? Learn astrology. We still have a couple slots available. We did a beautiful class last night for people who wanted to have an introduction to astrology. And it was relative to the new class that's starting up. It's a 12-week commitment. It is a commitment, but you will learn astrology. And I invite you all to contact me if you have any questions, and I will be able to get back to you pretty much tomorrow, because tonight's going to be filled yet, believe it or not. But if you have any questions, and Krista, I think you had a question, I'll be happy to get back to you tomorrow. Just text me, and text is always best. I'm going to put that number up here. All right. Text is best, because I love doing these beginner classes and more. Then you're able to do more advanced classes too. Speaking of which, we have a class tomorrow night. I'm talking so much about the Saturn-Uranus square. Yes, you are able to come to it tomorrow night. It's at 7. It's at Zoom. You can be any place in the world. Join in. What I'd like to do during these Thursday classes is make it sophisticated enough for everybody, but simple enough for anybody, and to kind of zero in on your own personal charts and give you more of a personalized mini reading. Like right now, the reads I'm going to give you right now are a little bit more generic, but when we look at the square and we place it in your chart, you'll see what you are rebuilding. That is the key, what you are rebuilding. All right. So Gemini, first quarter square on Friday. That's going to activate everyone to take action on communications, contacts, considerations about how you're thinking, what you're saying to yourself, and also things like paperwork. If you're Aries or Aries rising, this is activating your 11th house, which means your house of friends, groups, and associations. So my dear Aries friends, if suppose you've been wanting to get in touch with someone for a while, but you've been distracted or having some difficulty in reaching a contact, this next week is a great week to do that, to be motivated by that inner voice to communicate to your friends, groups, or associations. If you're Taurus or Taurus rising, the energy is asking you to communicate with your soul. Go within, rest, retreat, maybe meditate more, maybe pay attention to your dreams more in the upcoming week, Taurus. That energy is activating that area of your chart, the 12th house, which is dreams and intuitions. If you're Gemini, all bets are off, right? This is your week, Gemini, to really explore what you want to do for yourself. Go into dialogue with yourself. Figure out what your next step is. It's going to be a great week for our Gemini friends, or if you're Gemini rising. If you're Cancer or Cancer rising, this energy is activating finances, trying to make more money, trying to create more abundance in your life, and also reminding yourself of how wonderful you are. And we sometimes forget, right? So Cancer or Cancer rising, use this energy in the upcoming week to take an inventory of your skills and your ability to create more pleasure, joy, and abundance in your life. For Leo or Leo rising, this energy is activating your communication house. So the universe is asking you to do an inventory of the way you're communicating, how you're communicating, taking care of also your environment and your schedule, so you're more on time with your life. That's for our Leos. For Virgo or Virgo rising, you might be spending more time with your family this week and really appreciating them, appreciating the foundation of your life, whether your family members are embodied or in spirit or whatever's going on in your family life, Virgo. This is a great week for you to acknowledge the gifts of family. For Libra or Libra rising, this is a great time for you to have some fun and some joy and some laughter and some play in the upcoming week. For Scorpio, it's a great time for you to work and perfect your self-care, taking care of your health, taking care of tools that can enrich your work routine. For Sagittarius, it's a great week for you to do anything involving relationships, the one-to-one type. Your best friend, your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whomever, the persons that are closest to you, you'll want to be there for them in this upcoming week. For Capricorn, it's a fantastic week for you to give some thought, to give some focus on ways to create more personal integrity, more personal power, to let go of certain aspects of your life. Actually, I don't mean to pick out one person who's in the room, but Marianne, I believe you're a Capricorn rising. You're talking about letting go and letting God, right? Well, that's very appropriate for you in your chart this upcoming week. For Aquarius or Aquarius rising, it's time for you to do some planning for some fun, some planning for some travel, and some planning to learn something new. Aquarius, you want to learn some astrology? I'm the person for you, or anything, right? Aquarius, just spend your time in this upcoming week doing some organizing of your life to create and attract new learning. Or maybe you're a teacher and you want to be doing some teaching. For the Pisces friends or Pisces rising, this energy really activates your career, leadership abilities, and maybe some long-term visualization about, is this the right career for me and where do I want to be down the road? All right, so it's kind of a planning time relative to career for the Pisces. All right, let's see, any people are new in the room. Thank you, Rose. You're very welcome, Donna. I love doing this. It makes me happy. It makes my heart sing to be able to share this beautiful language with you. Hi, Laura. Oh, yes, the loving pet energy back in the room. Fantastic, Michael, writing that story, and you have a lot to say. Oh, Krista, fantastic. You signed up for the class. That's perfect. Isn't that funny? You're Aquarius rising, and you just signed up for the class. That's the commitment class. Learn Astrology starts on March 2nd. We go on every Monday until May. I forgot the date offhand, but the point is you don't have to be physically present in the class. I am committed to finishing up between now and the 2nd of March, the written booklet, which the other folks who had taken the first course will also receive. I have to do a lot of writing and editing, but so you'll have some written material. You'll have lots of handouts. You'll have moi and each other, because we learn astrology better in a group, right? Because in that group setting, you're talking to Sally, who has her moon in Taurus, and she talks about what that means for her, and then it sticks, right? I've been teaching astrology for upwards of 30 years, and how you learn anything is if you can personalize it. So when we learn from each other, I find that it sticks, because it's very daunting often to open up a book and try to learn a language, right? Astrology is first and foremost a language of the universe. So when you're speaking astrologies with your fellow students, it's going to be able to stick. You're going to be able to be fluent, and that's the idea. So I'm just always humbled by the language of astrology. All right. I know, Dawn, I miss the small local groups as well. And and Janet's been coming to class a lot. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you very much for the feedback, girls. Thank you so much. So let's do a little mediumship, but first we're going to do our drawing for the Sabian symbol listing. And I use this all the time, and I'll probably I'll do another Sabian symbol class. I rotate a lot of different classes, but I think it's time. I'm going to be doing more psychic intuitive classes in Pisces, right? Because Pisces is the sign of that, and a dream class as well. So I just have to put all the mechanics together. And because I love Pisces, I love all the signs, but Pisces is the sign of transcendence and the unconscious and archetypes and so forth. Okay, so the winner this week, who have been coming into the room and sharing, and that's the key. Thank you very much. Is Krista T. Krista, you're still in the room, I think, honey. You win today. Tintinat. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, Krista. Tintelnut. I wish I could talk to you guys when I'm doing this, but congratulations, Krista. I think I have your email from the class the other night, and I'm going to send you your Sabian symbol tonight. All right, friends, let us do a different part of my brain sharing with you. And it's more right-brained, as we say. And let's all kind of just take a moment to disconnect from that delicate tension that's in the sky, right? The delicate tension depicted by the Kandinsky painting on my Facebook page, the idea that we may be all experiencing some delicate tension with this energy. And so let's just kind of stretch and get rid of it. All right. Let's get rid of the tension. And let's do a little Chinese medicine, shall we, for a moment? As we're getting into this new Pisces energy, Pisces, in my mind, corresponds with the elements of earth and water both in Chinese medicine. So long story short, it might be a very nice thing for you to place your hands here. Actually, it's right here on your collarbone, right here between the collarbone and where the sternum meets, and just rest your hands here. This is not going to be a full-blown meditation, but just take a few breaths in as we welcome the Pisces energy. And hold the breath, exhale completely. Another big breath, inhale deeply, exhale completely. And put your loving intention into the world, loving, compassionate energy to support our fellow human beings in any pain or difficulty out there. Just give to the people in the room, give to the people in your household, give to the people in your country, give to your people in the world right now, because Pisces is about giving and sharing, and we'll shortly be in the sign of Pisces energy. And this particular point on our bodies kind of magnetizes that sense of sharing, forgiveness, and compassion. Okay? Alrighty. Dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love and light, truth, inspiration, and healing for the highest and best as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. And all right, so I would ask you, it makes it a little easier for everyone if you want to receive a mediumship message. Please make that a comment in the room. Just say, I would like to receive. And then I know you're here in the room. And I'll just close my eyes. And so just put, I'd like to receive a mediumistic message. What this is, for those of you who have not received this, very typically in spiritualism services, you do what's called a meet and greet. You ask Spirit to come through for the people who are gathered with respect and love, and always asking. So I'm going to close my eyes, and where my thumb falls, I will give a mediumship message to. All right, Donna M. I wonder if I can get you in the room. Donna Matisco. I'd like to come to you, my dear, and you said you would like to receive a message, so that means you're in the room. So, all right, Donna, as I'm coming in to your awareness, my dear friend, this evening, I'm receiving for you. It's very interesting. I think they used to call them. I think I'm with your mother. All right. I think it's your mother. Yes, it's your mother. And the bit of evidence I'm receiving for you to tell you that she is coming in here, she's wearing not a night dress. it's not a nightgown. It's not a nightgown, but it's kind of a night ensemble. It's kind of basically a chiffon. And I'm missing the words because women don't often wear these, but it's very chiffon and flowy, very lightweight fabric. It's not like cotton. It's more of a chiffony, satiny type of material that she's coming in, and she liked to wear lovely night outfits, nightgowns, but they were fancy. Okay, and what she's saying here about you is that sometimes you just wear, the flannels, and she's saying, honey, you can glam it up a little bit more. She's a very funny, very down to earth being that's coming through for you. And she's talking about Valentine's Day, of course. And it was just last Sunday. And she was talking about that you had a little bit of a melancholy moment. And that maybe there's something about your mom that's associated with this month. I'm not sure. Or that the month or the day itself is significant for you, Donna, because your beloved husband is in spirit. I'm not sure why, but your mother's giving you a lot of comfort about that particular holiday this year. And she's also talking about that you are putting your eyes on the prize, which is travel. And, I think all of us have a big question mark about traveling, post-COVID. But what she's saying to you is that you're going to be able to go to one of those bucket list places. I'm not sure I'm picking up, I think maybe you've been to Ireland. I'm getting Ireland, whether you've been there before or maybe you're wanting to go there. But she's showing me Ireland and she's showing me Germany. She's showing me the old countries, all right, bits and pieces of the old country. And she says that she would love to travel with you in spirit. And she's also talking about that you had treated yourself for some really great slippers at Christmas time, some really kind of glammed up, but very functional, beautiful slippers. I wonder if that makes sense to you. Pignor, yes, that's exactly what I was picking up. A pignor, yep. Fancy house dresses. Thank you, Donna. Okay. Yeah, she was a beautiful lady, but she liked to glam it up. Oh, Cindy, I'm so sorry. I don't think I'm with you at this moment, but I might zoom into you after I'm complete with Donna, because this Valentine's Day is so strong with Donna. I might be bleeding through the two people. I'm not sure. Donna, does Valentine's Day, this past one, mean anything to you in terms of your mom? Were you thinking of your mom, Donna? Were you thinking maybe perhaps of your beloved husband? I'm not sure. But in any case, sweetie, where I'm still with your energy, Donna, I'm talking about the travel. It's very strong coming in here. And the message, I'm still with your mother. She's saying, honey, the kind of the aches and pains you can move, then just go. She's saying, don't worry about. I'm personally feeling, I think, a little lower back and a little knee issue here with you, Donna. And she's saying, nevertheless, you might have some difficulty, but still go through with it because life is short. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay. Very good, Donna. You are planning some cruise. Beautiful. Because she's just talking about you getting out there. And that's very often some of the high points of life is the travel and the adventure. And she's just giving a little push. And something about the slippers as well. Okay. Wow. Knee and ankle. Okay. Because that was what I was picking up from your mom. And she's saying, nevertheless, it's no time like the present, or at least the next couple of months. Okay. Wow. I'm stunned. Donna, I'm going to let you go in peace. God bless you. I'm just stunned with the number of people. You're so welcome, sweetie, whose mothers passed on Valentine's Day. Wow. We've got Jean. We've got Mary. We've got Cindy. Wow. Our mothers. And Valentine's Day, I think I shared this with you all on Facebook on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day always makes me think of my mom and my grandmother because their birthdays were at that point. Mom was the 13th, Grandma was the 14th, and my mother and dad got married on the 12th. So Valentine's Day that's the meaning for me. Let's do another read here, and I'm just going to close my eyes and see where my finger goes. I think it's the only fair way to do this, I guess. Okay. All right. Deb Morris, I'm with you, darling. Deb Morris Rooney, I'm coming into your energy if you'd like. And you said you would, so I'm going to come and give you a little mini read. And if you guys like these little mini reads, I think what I might do is do just a little bit more of these, even without the astrology. I'll let Spirit tell me, but I'm with you, Deb. I'm with you, Deb. Okay. Dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love and light, truth, inspiration, and healing for Deb's highest and best as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay. So, Deb, I'm outdoors with you around. This is really a very, very interesting image I'm getting for you. I can't think of the name of this movie. Just give me a moment here. Okay. Did you ever see the movie Stand By Me, Deb? Stand By Me. I think it was maybe 20 years ago. It was a movie about young boys. I think there was maybe one girl in the. It was a Rob Reiner, very popular movie. It was a coming of age film involving, young boys like 11, 12, and their adventures outdoors. I don't remember exactly what happened. I remember train tracks, and they were they had a fort, and they're doing all these things. I'm with you in that setting as a kind of a tomboyish situation, Deb. That I don't know if you have brothers or had brothers or just neighborhood kids, but that you were a courageous, willful, and very precocious young girl, that you liked being not a troublemaker. You'd like to be, roaming wherever you would roam, whether it be the village or the outdoors, and, going in the woods if the chances were around you to participate and explore as a child. I'm with you at that age. Okay. And the message for you, with that, okay, Deb, the message for you is that same, she says, well, that same type of energy has not been dispelled as an adult. You still are the person who takes the risks, but you've been a little bit more reticent to speak your mind. This is what I'm getting from Spirit. Speak your mind and shift things up. That the COVID psychologically, the pandemic, the crisis of 2020 took its toll on you on many, on all of us, many levels. But with you, just kind of going within and feeling, I'm not maybe being my authentic self as much. And so the message, and I'm not getting a person from Spirit yet. I think I might be getting actually a person in the neighborhood, one of those people who watch out for the kids, but they necessarily did not have children. I think this is a neighbor. It was a whoops. Did I just miss you guys? Whoops. I do that. Show. I don't want banners. Darn it. You guys can still see me? Whoops. Create folders. Let's see. I'm still here. Hide current banner. I think I can hide current banner. I wish I knew if I was still on. I was getting on a roll with you, Deb. Comments. Okay, you're still there. Yay, good. You still see me. When I get into this mindset, I was touching the keys and something was happening. All right. So, Deb, you're still with me, right? Okay. And does this make sense? Did you have, Deb Morris, did you have a childhood where there was an encouragement. I could have been like camping with the Girl Scouts. I don't know, but there's that type of sense that you are not a stay-at-home type of 11-year-old, that you were always doing the wanderer, and you were courageous. You were not afraid of the toads and the worms and the bad weather. And the message I'm getting for you tonight, my friend, is that you still have that spunk. And even though you feel that things have been curtailed and you've had some difficulty in managing your natural, authentic self because of the pandemic and because of a great deal of pushback from other individuals who are judgmental, you still have it in you. And that there's going to be some need for you to speak your mind and to step into more of a leadership situation as we get into April. I'm getting April with you. All right. So I hope that makes sense for you. And yep. Okay. The mouse has gone silent. Okay. That's what I'm picking up. That you're still that intelligent, spunky woman inside, but because of the pandemic and other things and judgmental people, you've been a little bit more reticent, but that stops as we get into April, when we get into Aries. So I leave that with God's blessing and my thanks to you for being here tonight. And big hugs to the people who came in the room, which I have not said hello to. Lynn and Ron and Robin. Hello, right? Sherlyn. Hello, Sherlyn. And Laura and Stephen and Cindy and Margaret. Happy birthday, Margaret. Okay. I think I said hi to everybody. I hope so. And Jeanette. All right, dear friends. Lindsay, hi. Nice to see you. Good to see you. You're good to see you. You're very welcome, sweetie. Makes perfect sense. Good. Nice to hear. Like getting the feedback. Stand by me. Big hugs to you guys. Big hugs to everybody. Give everybody a hug in the room. Just put your hands out and have a great week. Remember, we're rebuilding the old with the new. We're taking chances, and lots more wonderful things to come in 2021. I'll see you next week on Cosmic Connections. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. And maybe if you are so inspired, I'll see you tomorrow night at the Uranus Saturn class. It's going to be a good one. Details are on my website. Okay. Good night now.